Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today we are going to know about more features of object-oriented programming. As we have already learned about the object-oriented programming in 12th class, and there are four features of object-oriented programming. The first one is abstraction. The second one is encapsulation and data hiding, and the third one is polymorphism. And as we know about the abstraction, about the encapsulation and data hiding, and today will learn about polymorphism. Polymorphism is a mechanism in which the entity exhibits in different forms. Poly means many, and morphism means behavior. That means polymorphism is another feature of object-oriented programming, or we can say OOPS, and it is a mechanism in which an entity exhibits different forms. In a simple manner, we can understand it. There is one example, that is quadrilateral. Quadrilateral, we can say this square is a quadrilateral, this rectangle is a quadrilateral, and this trapezium is a quadrilateral. These are the different figures, but they belong to the same class, or this is the different behaviors of the same type. So polymorphism is the different forms of an entity. For example, if we have plus operator, and if we use this plus operator between the two integers, 5 plus 8, 5 plus 3, and we get 8. If we add these two integers, we get 8, and this sign operator plus operator, it gives us the addition of the two integers. But at the same time, if we use this plus operator in two strings, for example, here it is hello, we can write here this plus operator, and here we can write word, and this will function, this will give us the concatenation of the two strings, that is hello world. These two examples are the examples of the polymorphism, and this sort of technique is known as operator overloading in polymorphism. So the next one is function overloading. Function overloading. In OOPS, it is possible to define two or more functions within the same class that share the same name. As long as their parameter declaration is different. Parameter declaration is the type and number of arguments. Hence, it depends upon the criteria. It depends upon the following criteria. Two or more functions having the same name. Two or more functions having the same name. Number one. Number two, the second criteria is the type or number of arguments is different. The type and number of arguments is different. Dear students, and this was about the polymorphism, the third feature of the object-oriented programming. So in object-oriented programming, if these features are if the programming exists these features, then we can say this is the object-oriented programming. So it was about the polymorphism, the third feature of the object-oriented programming. The next will be discussed in the coming lecture. Thanks.